Hey, good afternoon. I am doing a Facebook Live from the Ohio Western Reserve National Cemetery out south of Medina, west of Wadsworth, out here for a funeral, which I'm doing about 4 to 5 of those a week now that I've retired from my government job and working in real estate full-time. So the whole point of this Facebook Live was, it was kind of an epiphany that came to me yesterday, and with this vehicle, have these little four-wheelers out here. They zip all around, but they're loud when they go by. But anyway, wanted to talk about this. Kind of hit me last night about what is it that gets me so excited about working in real estate. I told somebody recently that, I'm not here for the money. A lot of people think that a realtor is there for the commission. Is it a line of work that you get paid for? Absolutely yes. It is a profession. But if I go all the way back to when I was 17 years old, and a young guy convinced me to go into a recruiting office to join the Navy, and I went in, which changed the whole trajectory of my life. Ever since then, I've been living a life of service, no matter what I've been doing. So I was 10 years of active duty, just love serving. Get off of that, I go into car sales. Actually, back up a little bit. I moved out to Colorado Springs for a year. I worked for a Christian organization, worked for Starbucks, moved back home, and that is when I got into car sales for a while. And where did I really thrive in car sales? I thrived caring for people and going above and beyond what they would expect. And what happened, I became the top salesman for that dealership in the history of the company. And it got to the point where I was selling multiple cars to like all the kids in the family. I even remember when there was a doctor where I sold him a Honda Element, delivered it to his practice. We signed the paperwork in the back, and then I sold vehicles to all the kids. I sold fleet cars to Molly Maid cleaning service. Just so many things that the referrals from just coming alongside people and helping them in a process, in a very a negative stigma type of job. And I enjoyed that. That was one of the best jobs I ever had. Then I got into financial services, where I worked for MetLife and sold financial products, moved money around, insurances, investments. Had a part-time job at a local running store, and what was that? That was working with folks, fitting them for shoes, something that I'm passionate about, and running, and helping them get fit into the right things, give them the right gear, give them the best advice, help them. Okay, keep on going. Then I get a job at Social Security, where I've been there since '08 and just retired about a month ago, 6 weeks ago or so. It's awesome. But what really fueled me, even though it was a very difficult place to work, what really fueled me was when I got to come alongside people who were, say, homeless, disabled, have nothing at all, and are used to being told no by everybody, to come alongside them, help them, and take them down a path where I could truly serve them. And it was awesome because they never expected that type of service from a government worker. So then you move in. So I leave that job, and then in real estate, you think about things that make a quality worker at all. Integrity, a servant's heart, to treat them like you want to be served. And then you take a financial services background, some education, technical know-how, and the ability to introduce somebody into my path, and I find out and establish right where they're at, whether they are, say, in their 60s, 70s, or 80s, and they're in a home, and a spouse has passed away, and they're not sure what to do, to come alongside them in a very emotional time, or new home buyers. I'm showing a home tonight at 6 o'clock in Ravenna. They're not even married yet, getting married here real soon, looking for that first home. And then we're listing a house tomorrow where they're downsizing and they're entering their retirement years. So and by the way, that property is going to be incredible. I'll be posting posting it about tomorrow when it goes live, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know, you'll have to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing the drone footage that is being taken right now on that property. So anyway, come all the way back to this sort of servant's heart and what really fuels me to do what I do. It is coming alongside people to help them in an area that they don't maybe fully understand, knowing how to negotiate, knowing how to read the fine print, knowing how to advocate. And that right there is the number one thing. It is that opportunity to come alongside somebody else and stand in the gap for them. So I remember, I could tell you a few stories at Social Security where someone would get irate with a co-worker, and some people get really, you know, when I say irate, I mean we're standing up, making threatening comments, swearing in a government office, and a lot of people will cower to that. I would spring it out of my chair, not to go do battle, but to go defend that person, no matter what. I don't care if it's a person in the checkout line next to me at Target, Walmart, your favorite retailer, or a complete stranger, just anywhere in my life. I will come to their aid to help them. So that desire, or that opportunity to come alongside somebody and stand in the gap and essentially defend them, advocate for them, in something that's important to them, is absolutely the fuel when it comes to real estate. Because even if it's just free assistance because somebody's getting displaced due to they're a renter and now the homeowner is selling the property and they have nowhere to go, just helping that person get moved on, even though I'm not making a penny from that, or helping somebody understand, you know, they know they need to do some things in their home. How should they prioritize that when it comes to, if they were to want to sell, what things would absolutely be needed to do, like water intrusion in a basement or a roof or things like that. Some people think, well, I need to renovate the kitchen or renovate the bathroom, and that should be my priority. When I look at it and say, what are the things that won't pass an inspection, things that are safety issues? So coming alongside folks like that and helping them, which I did that a few days ago, and that person is not going to be selling anytime soon, but they needed some good advice. And they were also kind of testing me because somebody else had already walked through it and they wanted to see what I would say. So happy to do those things, but it's an awesome opportunity to help defend folks in a time and represent them and help them achieve their goals. Because that's one thing that in real estate, you're able to actually represent a buyer and a seller at the same time. I choose not to do that. I don't know how I could possibly advocate for both while I'm standing right in the middle, so I don't do it. I'd rather find a colleague to represent the other side so we can do proper representation and advocate for them that way. So that is definitely the fuel. Can it produce an income? It can. Have to do something in life. We're all looking how to pay the bills and everything else. And if it's an area that I can be passionate about, and also kind of working on my own schedule, and also do things like this. You see me wearing white, got the uniform with me. The funeral here is in about 30 minutes, and get to honor somebody who has served their country by, you know, we do a bugle call. We then take Old Glory and very ceremoniously, and of course it's now the warm season, so we're in our all white uniforms, top to bottom white gloves, and we fold that flag. And then typically I'm the one that presents it. Once we fold it, present it to the next of kin, and just honor that family member, honor that veteran service. And I'm able to do both of these things, and they coexist together. And honestly, clients completely respect it. So when I say, hey, I can't meet with you at 1:15 on Wednesday afternoon because I'm doing a funeral, can we meet maybe at 3 o'clock? Very understanding. So it is a great, quote, kind of marriage between two different things coming together, because even with about 26 years in now in uniform, really not ready to punch out anytime soon. It's just another opportunity to give back. So that's it. Just want to talk about why I am where I am and what is the kind of the gut behind real estate and why I'm here. And that really is a passion to serve others and come alongside them and partner with them, whether it's today or a year from now or whenever. So if that's you, I'd appreciate the opportunity. If it's somebody you know, a good friend, family, relative, and they happen to be in Northeast Ohio, I'm happy to help. So appreciate that. Thanks for watching this long, and you guys have a great sunny afternoon.